Okay guys, so we may have some legitimate information regarding Black Ops 3 Zombies DLC 5. We have some more pretty major news regarding the possibility of a DLC 5 map pack releasing for Black Ops 3, and obviously more specifically for the Zombies game mode. Now, last time huge information came out, it was based off of a source that we didn't really, we didn't really know where it was coming from. We weren't really clear on it, and it was a bit of a sketchy situation, but it gave us a lot of really cool stuff and insight as to DLC 5 could very well be happening. Obviously, the Glitching Queen was backing the source as well. It was her source that she's seen before, and we talked about this. It was the same source that predicted the correct events of Tsushima, that predicted Garad Krovi, that predicted, well, not really predicted, the source knew what those maps were going to have because he had inside information. But this is different. This is not some source from like a random guy or some random like leaker inside of Treyarch. This is straight from an investor outlook of Activision and their games and what they're releasing, and it's actually very interesting, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes through that follows this up as well. There's also a bunch of stuff on Reddit talking about how legitimate this actually is, and there's something as well with an actual trader slash investor that knows how this works. Now, let me put some backstory here. I'm just gonna get straight into the video. If you're gonna leave a like, that'd be pretty cool, but let's just get straight into the video. So the investing company has, everything laid out as to what Activision is going to do. And I'll go back to the Reddit post and I'll explain from the investor's point of view how this works. But basically, I'll leave the image up on screen. This is sort of what they're, what they have on set for Activision, and you see all the different games: 2016, 2017, 2018, 2016. We know it makes sense here. You have the Black Ops 3, obviously we'll be honing in on Black Ops 3, the Black Ops 3 DLC packs, quarter 1 through quarter 3, so you get that there. But then you look to 2017, the bottom of 2017 in the digital content section, you have Black Ops 3 DLC pack. A lot of things to go through here. One, they're not specifying on, a downloadable content. Obviously, well, I guess not downloadable content, but like skins or like weapons and stuff like that. They're doing it in the terms of a DLC pack. Like the Black Ops 3 DLC packs that you see in 2016, those are obviously referring to DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4. DLC pack for the 2017, it's referring to the same thing. One wouldn't refer to maps, and then the other would refer to a different sort of section or like guns or something. So that almost confirms there that the 2016 and the 2017 one are both for maps. They're both for releasing maps. There aren't any subsections for releasing guns. So that already disproves the fact that, Black Ops 3 DLC pack in the 2017 section, maybe people are going to say, oh, that's just for weapons or something. But no, it's for maps. The only thing up on here are actual map pack maps. You see the Modern Warfare Remastered DLC pack that just came out. That's there as well, and all this different stuff. So it makes a lot of sense to see that there. Now, moving through as well, you have to think from the investor standpoint. They know, and this was a bit of the argument, and I'll go through some of the points here made on Reddit with different investors. They know what Activision is going to do. They have a close communication between Activision and the investors, and people are almost saying this is almost even better to have this information than from Activision. Obviously, if Activision straight up said it was happening, then it would be confirmed, and this is basically that, because the investors don't just put out random charts. They don't put out random values for no reason. They don't expect a huge thing like a Black Ops 3 DLC pack, which they know already, and I'll leave a link to the business article. They're very aware that Infinite Warfare did not do as well, and they're trying to bring the company and they're trying to bring the stocks back to where it was before and keep them growing. They're very well aware that Black Ops 3 is the game to do that, and you see on here they have a specific Black Ops 3 DLC pack. So I think they already know, they've talked with Activision, and they know that something is going to happen that's going to give them a new revenue stream, and that, something is the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLC pack, which is obviously DLC 5, the next DLC pack for 2017. It's almost clear cut right there. Now, let's go through, just in case, what people are saying and just sort of refute some of the arguments. Now, again, we're not all in. We're not a conjure, like we haven't seen a trailer, you know, we're not at the level where we can say, or I can say, here is gameplay, here is the teaser, this is that. We've had so many, you know, hints, we've had evidence. This evidence is freaking insane, but let me just read this to you guys here. So the Reddit post I'll leave in the description below talks about a bit of what's going on here. Business Insider DLC 5 leak debunked, and you know, people were commenting, and this is one of the comments here. I think you're missing the point. Yes, the investment firm believes in DLC 5, but do you know who they believe? It's because Activision told them. They're not allowed to put information out that's not publicly announced, or that's why, you know, we can't confirm COD World War II because they haven't publicly announced it yet. But these guys, they're not looking at the COD Zombies Reddit for DLC 5 theories, and they're not like, oh, DLC 5 is possible, so let's just put this on our Business Insider report for our investors. They're not doing that. They get their information not from Reddit or anything, they get it from Activision. That's where they're getting it from. That's how they know how they're going to make money and how to invest. So the fact that they put a Black Ops 3 DLC pack for 2017, they obviously know it's going to happen, or they have a lead that that's going to happen for this year with Black Ops 3 and Activision. So it's just so, it's just pretty, I don't know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Now, here's the guy, here's the actual trader and investor and a gamer apparently, and he commented as well, and he goes through a bunch of really cool stuff as well, again proving this point that, you know, the investors for Activision, they don't just put this up for no reason. People were saying that it's not confirmed here, but I honestly see this as almost definitive evidence. And like we said before, with the other source back like a month ago with Gaming Revolution and the Glitching Queen and all this different stuff, it you know, it made sense. It was very interesting, the information that we had, but this is just straight up from the investors. This is straight from the companies themselves, man. And it honestly, it's hard not to look at this and just, it's right there. I can't even say believe, it's right there. DLC pack. Now this is what the investor says, okay? So obviously he says he's an investor and a gamer, so he understands this sort of business, and this is what he says. I'm gonna try to skim through this here because it gets a bit boring, you know, sort of, but it talks about investment, whatever, stuff like that, mutual funds, financial services. They don't really care about video games. Obviously, they care about the revenue stream, and they care about investing in a company that's going to make them their money back. Obviously, that's why I said before, they're very well aware that Infinite Warfare didn't do as well, and then obviously Activision, you know, they know why specifically because of the setting, and they state that again in the article, the business article that I'll leave there. So even to go through here, even date accuracy is not priority to them because these software services will always be released on time, and they know what they're doing, so they're just putting it out. So again, that's why we don't have a specific date for 2017, or it could be next month, it could be the end of 2017, not so sure. With regards to whether or not they have inside information, I believe they do. DLC 5 would only receive the go-ahead from Activision's upper management. Authorization for funding a project that size goes much higher up than Jason Blundell. Analysts at investment firms frequently go straight to the source to meet with the company's upper-level management employees in person. In addition, Activision has every reason to reveal all of the numerous projects its development teams are working on. So this is a lot more than Treyarch, and he's basically saying, and it makes a lot of sense, Treyarch, even if they wanted to keep DLC 5 a secret, they really don't have any say with it. It's a lot of the stuff between Activision giving their investors the information that they need to know to invest in their company. It makes so much perfect sense, and I can't reiterate the fact enough that this is probably one of the best pieces of evidence I honestly believe we have ever seen for some sort of DLC pack. We have seen, I just remember covering leaks all the way back before Black Ops 3, and even like seeing these different leaks in Advanced Warfare, and they're based off of just random stuff, and some of them came true. You know, these sources that we've had back in the day, they've given us legitimate information that has come true. So the fact that we have this source, which is just straight from the company, straight from Activision, straight from the investors, it's honestly insane. And he goes through here, talks about a bunch of different stuff, how companies do this. Activision's management, they don't have fear revealing content, blah blah blah. So, and he says his point is this, UBS is, you know, just a random investing firm, whatever, financial company. They don't BS the information. They need to do this for their investors. It's their job, and they get the information obviously from Activision, and they need to put that up for their company. This is not something they just randomly put for no reason. This is not something they're just like, oh, what if they have another DLC pack? Let's put that on. This is some serious stuff. So the fact that it's really in this here, I don't know, man. I honestly, I do want to go through, and I want to disprove this, maybe in a different video, but the information we have here, man, it's so hard not to look at this and try to disprove this. So we'll see, man. We will see what the deal is. I don't know. I need to make another video to really go through this more. This is, again, the base information, what we see right now. I know there's a lot of other possibilities, and once I gather and once we all discuss the different possibilities of this, investor outlook, I'll make another video probably, and we'll see what's going on here. But as of now, I think this is definitely, if you want DLC 5, this is definitely the thing you want to see. You can't deny that this is pretty good information for another Black Ops 3 map pack. Just saying, So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. I probably will need to make another video on this, and yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.